An apple a day keeps the crash away. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But here's a surprising fact. Just last week, Google Trends recorded a spike in searches for apple energy that actually surpassed those for espresso shot. Suddenly, millions of people seem to be questioning whether the humble apple could compete with their favorite coffee fix. Are we all rediscovering the power of fruit? Or is this just another case of catchy slogans outpacing science? In the next few minutes, we're going to take a microscopic journey, following a single sugar molecule, starting from that first bite of apple, all the way to its final stop inside your cells. By the end, you'll know whether an apple truly delivers the kind of lasting energy that keeps you alert, focused, and crash-free. Let's start with the problem most of us know all too well. You power through lunch, a sandwich with processed bread, maybe a soda on the side. By mid-afternoon, you're fighting off heavy eyelids and the urge to nap under your desk. So you reach for a candy bar, chasing that 5-minute sugar high, only to crash even harder afterwards. It's a cycle that doesn't just sap your productivity, it actually conditions your cells, particularly your mitochondria, to expect chaos instead of steady support. Picture your cellular energy factories forced into bursts of frantic activity, followed by exhaustion. Over time, these sugar roller coasters mean less focus, more mood swings, and even greater risk for metabolic health problems. So the question stands, can simple, whole foods like apples really offer a better way? Can they provide real staying power, not just another fleeting boost? Let's examine our hero, the apple. A medium apple has about 25 grams of carbohydrates, but here's the ingenious twist. 19 grams are wrapped in a package of soluble fiber. When you eat the apple, this fiber dissolves in your digestive tract, forming a thick gel-like mesh. Imagine it as a sponge, slowly releasing sugar into your bloodstream at a measured pace, about 1 calorie per minute for the first hour. Now compare that to the sugar rush from a soda. 65 calories of pure sugar hit your system in under 5 minutes, overwhelming your body with a flood rather than a trickle. The fiber in that apple acts as a brake, preventing the spike in blood sugar that guarantees a subsequent crash. Once the apple's sugars begin their journey, they pass through specialized gates in your small intestine called sodium-glucose transporters. From here, they take a direct route to the liver via the hepatic portal vein, a private highway for nutrients. Picture your liver as the calm, collected bouncer at a nightclub. When the glucose arrives in a slow, orderly fashion, thanks to the fiber, the liver can process each molecule carefully, letting some into the bloodstream and storing others for later as glycogen. But a soda delivers a frantic crowd all at once, forcing the liver to scramble, releasing a surge of insulin to clear the sugar out as fast as possible. With the apple, blood sugar rises gently and falls just as smoothly, providing a window of stable energy that can last for hours. Now the glucose is circulating in your blood, ready for delivery to your cells, but it's still outside, not quite home. Insulin acts as the doorbell, signaling your cells to open up special gateways called GLUT4, particularly in muscle and brain tissue. Once inside, glucose meets the mitochondria, those legendary cellular power plants. Here's where the magic happens. Mitochondria turn glucose into ATP, the energy currency of the cell. One molecule of glucose can generate up to 38 units of ATP when processed efficiently. Because the apple's sugars arrive gradually, your mitochondria can operate at peak performance, burning fuel cleanly and producing less metabolic waste. Fast sugar floods, by contrast, force mitochondria to work chaotically, producing lactic acid and leaving you feeling tired and foggy. But there's more to the story. Micronutrients in apples, like B vitamins and magnesium, act as essential tools for your mitochondria's energy assembly line. B vitamins are the skilled workers, guiding each step of the energy conversion process. Magnesium is the most critical tool of all, required for over 300 biochemical reactions, including the final step that produces ATP. Without these nutrients, your energy factories can't work efficiently, and fatigue sets in. Apples deliver not just fuel, but the toolkit your cells need to extract every last drop of energy, providing up to 3 hours of sustained power. This isn't just theory. It's backed by recent science. In 2022, a meta-analysis published in the Journal of Nutrition reviewed 42 randomized trials and found that swapping high glycemic snacks for low glycemic fruits like apples boosted afternoon alertness by 14% and cut sugar cravings by 22%. That's a tangible, measurable improvement, not just folklore. The study highlights how the slow release of glucose from whole fruits results in a steady energy supply, helping you stay focused and productive long after you've eaten. And apples aren't alone in this slow-release superpower. Bananas, especially when slightly green, contain resistant starch, a special type of fiber that also slows sugar absorption. Old-fashioned oats are loaded with beta-glucan, which forms a thick gel in your gut, keeping blood sugar stable. Berries add not just fiber, but potent antioxidants called flavonoids that help mitochondria work more efficiently. Sweet potatoes offer complex carbohydrates and a rich supply of magnesium and B vitamins, keeping your energy factories well supplied. Even Greek yogurt, rich in protein, slows the release of any sugars it contains, providing a steady flow of fuel. Leafy greens like spinach and kale bring the B vitamins and magnesium your mitochondria crave. Eggs and fatty fish supply B12. Kotai, another vital energy helper. When you fill your plate with these whole, unprocessed foods, you're not just eating, you're building a portfolio of steady energy sources that your body can rely on. Let's make this practical. Start your day with oats, apples, and a dollop of natural peanut butter. You'll get complex carbs, fiber, healthy fats, and protein, all working together for stable energy. For a mid-morning snack, choose a slightly green banana and a handful of almonds. Lunch could be a quinoa bowl with roasted sweet potato, black beans, fresh spinach, and a drizzle of olive oil and lemon. For that afternoon slump, mix blueberries into plain Greek yogurt. The flavonoids and protein combine to keep you sharp and alert. And don't forget water. Every energy-producing reaction in your cells depends on hydration. Aim for about 2 liters a day to keep your metabolism humming. Let's bust a few myths while we're at it. First, the idea that fruit is just candy with a halo is simply wrong. The fiber in whole fruit changes everything about how sugar is absorbed and used. Fruit juice, on the other hand, strips away that natural delivery system. It's much closer to a sugar cannon than a slow-release envelope. Second, you don't need exotic superberries to feel an energy boost. Common fruits and vegetables provide the same benefits as for a fraction of the cost. Third, while protein is important, your body runs primarily on carbohydrates and fats for energy. The key is balance, not letting any single nutrient dominate your diet. So what's the bottom line? Simple foods like apples work their magic because their sugars arrive in a natural, slow-release package: fiber, healthy fats, and protein. These components act as a sponge, smoothing out absorption, letting your liver meter glucose into your bloodstream, and keeping your mitochondria running at full efficiency. It's not about fewer calories. It's about calories delivered on a schedule your cells can trust. Can simple foods really enhance your energy levels? Without a doubt. Choose whole fruits over juice, oats over sugary cereals, and nutrient-packed vegetables over processed snacks. Try it for a week. Swap refined snacks for whole foods and track your afternoon alertness. Most people report 2 extra hours of clear-headed energy every day. No prescription needed, just nature's best. Consistency is key, and your cells will thank you. May your energy be steady, your focus sharp, and your afternoons free from the crash. Share this with your friends and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more exciting content in the future.